All right, we are getting ready for another attempt here at a weld, and we're going to start by showing you the settings again. At this point in time, we've got our power set at 60%, which is much lower. Our swing frequency at 60%, our swing width at 2 millimeters. For our wire feeding configuration, we are down to a much slower 6 millimeters a second. And we've got a pushback of 14 millimeters, a patch of 12 millimeters. The bushing delay, which is the very poorly named time between pushback and patch. So when it stops shooting that laser, it's going to delay that bushing delay after it does its pullback before putting that wire back into our pedal. So we want that as long as possible. And we'll see here in a minute what that actually does. And then for everything over here, we've just got zeros. For the rise time, turn on delay, fall time, and off delay, those are all zero. Things just start instantly and turn off instantly. The argon is on. All the safety is on. You'll see we've got the safety clip clipped to our copper bar here and everything else. So the only way that this laser is going to do anything at all is if it's making some contact with this metal that we've got here. And that's an important thing to understand for what's about to happen here. Yeah. So we put this on here and we're going to start it. And you notice that my finger is going to go onto the button. And what you might not be able to see there is that my finger stayed on the button as I pulled directly away at a 90-degree angle. If you pull away this direction, you might have problems. If you pull away that direction, you might have problems. But if you pull pretty much straight up and down, you'll see what just happened there. We didn't get the wire sticking. And the other thing you might notice is that right after I pulled away, this wire was kind of pulled back a little bit, and then it shot back out again. So let's show that again. Fingers still on the trigger as I'm pulling away. Everything pulls away cleanly, no wire stuck. The wire retracts as it's supposed to according to that pullback and pushback setting and that bushing delay. And 5 seconds after we've lost contact, even if my finger is held on that button the whole time, it's still going to keep that wire retracted. Let's do it one more time here just to make sure the other two weren't flukes. And we'll get that started right about there. You see the wire is retracted, and then the wire extends. And now you might be thinking this is probably not the right way to use this machine, but it actually is. You need to keep the button held down, which is not the greatest idea for a number of reasons. You don't want the laser to fire, but as long as this conductance thing is connected here, it's very interesting. This Xlaserlab does not have a separate button that would push the wire out for me. If I wanted to push the wire out for some reason, which happens quite a lot actually, it's got a second button here, but that just changes the modes. It's really kind of useless. What it really needs is another button for pushing the wire out. Now you notice what I just said about all this being connected here and this not being in contact with that means that it's not going to shoot the laser when I push this button. But watch what does happen when I push this button. I'm going to hold my glove up against to the wire here so you can see what I mean, like it's supposed to. And everything will just work like it's supposed to. Wire sticking problem solved.